All right. So same thing. We had a big up move. The doji came out. We had a down move. The doji came out. So I want everybody to start doing their homework. Stop watching so much and do the work. I want everybody to be able to find a setup. If you taking notes, you should have this picture drawn out. You don't need to worry about what colors it is. Oh, I'm confused how your colors is red and blue. Forget. What if there's no colors? Do you know the anatomy of the candle? Because remember, we only got how many type of candles? We learning today. How many candle types we got, y'all?
3.
Somebody tell me.
3.
Yep, let's see it in the chat. How many candle types, right? 3 types. So if I see this bullish move, setup, bearish move, setup, right? Y'all got that. So let's go to the chart. Let's go put this little bit of knowledge to work. Let's look at an area. We on the monthly. Let's get close. What is this? Is this a big move up, a big bullish move? If y'all can see the big bullish move, type of 1. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's put on the other candles. Let's just see what the other candles look like. Now, I learned how to trade this. So I see where I had my bullish engulfing. It broke, it retest. That's my entry to go in. But that's was seemingly a little bit harder for me to teach people to get them to see what I saw. But I know you could see these 3 flat bottoms in the row real clearly. Somebody drop a 2 in the chat if you want me to go back to the other candles right now.
Please.
Where them 2s at? Y'all understand Hakanashi?
Click
Tarzan,
it.
you want to go back to the regular candles? So listen, if you got a bullish run, did y'all see the setup right here? Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Let's look right here. Bullish. Flat bottom and doji. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see it? How about this? Flats to the doji. Do y'all see the other setup? It's right here. Do y'all see it? Right, you see that? Now, what if I told you all we need is support and resistance every time we find a setup? What if I told you all you need is support and resistance after you find a setup? So if this is my setup, I need support and resistance around the master candle. Right here. Remember when I dropped my setup early on Bitcoin? I said, hey guys, here's the setup, here's the zone. I don't care if price break below or above, because I'm rolling with the banks. Remember I said that, right? And what happened? I said that it was something like a sell, right? But I still had to wait for my close below. So if we was looking at this on the monthly, this is the master candle. I want y'all to say, when y'all see dojis, I want y'all to type wicks of death. If I see dojis, I'm gonna think wicks of death, and I'm not trading wicks of death. I'm gonna wait and be patient. What I mean by the setup, one more time. You have a big move. You are waiting for a flat bottom to be next to a doji. After the move happens, after the move, the big flats in a row, soon as a doji come out, remember, I don't care what sides look like. If it got 2 wicks on both sides, it's a doji. So I have a flat and a doji. Now I have a setup so I can put my support. This is going to be resistance on the top, support on the bottom of the flat that was next to the doji. Now I have to wait until price closes. Do we now know why the close is so important on this candle? Can y'all see it? Did this candle close above or below, or did the wick just come out? Did this wick come out or did it close above? Do y'all see it? It just wicked, right? But how many people you know probably would have bought this buy and then the candle would have went down? How many times have that happened? Because people do not wait. They don't have no patience. But look, this is the master candle. This one just wicked. So we had to wait a month, another month, another month. This was not ready until December 1st, 2020. It closed above. My buy is now ready. Right? So if you're a swing trader and you like holding your trades, you could have just rolled that next candle for 1 month. And actually, you're only going to ride it for 3 weeks. Because remember, the candle has to retrace the close. We want to catch the whole ride. We don't want to let it retrace. So let's make it simple, because that's the monthly. What if I said, hey, let's bring it down to the 4-hour and find your setup? So do we see a big move? Let's look down here. Price was down here. It's down here. Let's see if we have a setup down there. Let's get close. Let's get close. We're on the 4-hour now. Flat next to this doji. Because again, this wicks of death, wicks of death, wicks of death, right? We don't trade that. We just watch it. Yes, it does. That's the amazing part. What kind of trader are you? Hey, go to a different time frame and work that strategy. Because I do not trade monthly. I like to be all the way down here in the 1 and 5 minute, and I'm out my trade in about 30 minutes. But at first, for me to do that, I have to find my setup on the 4-hour or the 1-hour. So in this case, the 4-hour had a flat, finally next to doji. So where does my support and resistance go? Around the flat, right? It's gonna go around the flat. We're in a 4-hour. Could we take this 1 o'clock trade? Was this the time to trade? Do we trade this 1 o'clock candle? Somebody give me the answer. Drop a 1 if we press the button, drop a 2 if we don't.
No,
But
I'm
hey,
just
it
gonna
was
straight
going
up tell
down.
you
Why you
no.
ain't sell it? It looked like it was selling. Why you ain't press sell? Why not press sell? That's the
We waiting for them
setup.
flat buttons. It's a setup, but we waiting for them flats. That's a doji.
Hey, Otis, you can speak. Otis had a question. You can unmute yourself.
I'm saying it's not breaking the support line.
Right, because you know, if we switch to the line chart, most of those wicks end up disappearing. You know, it's right here. It's not really all the way down there.
It's not breaking the support.
So we're gonna be patient. We're not gonna let the markets
But
finesse
you
us
cannot.
anymore. We are retail traders, all right? They dropping $1 million lots, $3
You
million
can put a
lots.
trend line there to see where the next support might be.
So what happened here? Can we take the next candle then? Or do we still have to wait? It's another wick of death.
You can draw
Right? Wait.
You can draw. Hello?
What are you saying? It's a little hard to hear
I'm saying
you.
you can draw a trend line to show the support. You can draw a trend line to show the support.
Yeah, our support right here is around our master candle where our setup is. This is where the support and resistance is right here. So as these candles are moving, because what happens is this is how we call it the death trap, right? Because the candle came out and it's going like this. Guess what's happening right now? All the people who are not patient, who are new, they're buying and selling. Like the market's going crazy. We got buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. Now, if you press buy, you're gonna be happy. But if you were the one who thought because it went this slow that it was in sell mode, but it was the gas. That is the gas. You had to wait, let it close. If it opened up, let it close. Because guess what? You have to wait until one of these candles actually close and make a choice to be above or below. Right, like Romel said, we ride the bank's wave. We can't ride our own wave. We ain't got that money yet, but we will soon coming. But right now, we have to wait. Because guess what happened at 5 a.m.? We couldn't take it yet. But when we woke up that morning, right? Because we should already been up at 6 a.m. because we millionaires. We're millionaires and we up early before everybody else. Getting our mind right, meditating, journaling, being grateful. So we already up. We already seen like, oh, okay, so they make a decision yet. But what happened at 9 a.m.? What happened at 9 a.m., people? Somebody tell me what happened at 9 a.m.
Started to go up.
Did we finally get that close above?
Yep.
Ah, let's go, Kyra. It closed bullish. It closed above our master candle. So who knows when the next candle is going to open to take the ride? What time? Because the 4-hour candle opens the same time every day.
1, 5, and 9.
1, 5, and 9. So at 9 o'clock, we got the confirmation at 10 that this closed above. Then we know what we fitting to do at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. rather. We know what we're gonna do. We're gonna press that button. Now, that's another thing. It's another thing. The way I trade, understand that the money is made when what? If we take a buy, we need the money to go up, right? Who likes when they get in a trade and the candle goes straight up like that? Is that everybody's favorite when that happens? Type of 2 if that's your favorite one. You get in a buy and that thing shoot up. Type of 2, you hype for that. You like, yes. Why we hype for that? Because we know that we bought low and it shot up. So do we like when it shoot up and then right away it shoot back down? How many times does that happen? How many times was you up, and it went down? And you like, dang. Will said almost all the damn time, plenty of times, right? A lot, right? We're gonna be transparent tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because for some reason, us traders have been taught to treat trading like stock. That's why. They teach us to be the best at holding your trade as long as possible. But what if I said we actually spend time swinging in and out of money and losing time? But it will be a lot more valuable if we learn how, somebody type in the chat, learn how to ride a candle. My type, we're gonna ride a candle. I'm gonna change your mind frame a little bit. What time we said that candle came out? 1 o'clock, right? Let's just say, not even let's just say, we don't know how high this candle is gonna go up. We have no idea. Is it gonna go up 5 pips, 100 pips, 10 pips? We have no idea. But the only thing we know for certain is what time is gonna close. We do know that. So if I want to ride the entire candle and I know I'm busy, the most I probably want to hold my trade anyways, 3-4 hours, if that, right? It's gonna close at 5. So if I take this 1 o'clock ride and I take it up for 3.5 hours, I'm up 32 pips. Because remember, this is a 4-hour ride. I know what time it opens every day. 159, 159, 159. The market is on repeat. I just need to know at 159, am I flat? Am I a setup? Am I a doji? Am I a signal that closed above? Or am I the time to press the button? That's all I got to figure out. What hour, what trade am I on? So if I knew at earlier that day that all I had was a flat, I can't do nothing. Then I know at 1 in the morning, I checked it just before I went to bed. I was probably journaling. It's not ready. maybe 5:36, 7, I woke up and I seen it was wicking. But then by the time I'm ready for the day, I see 9 o'clock around 1, it closed above my setup finally. So I'm ready to go at 1 o'clock. And I know for sure, I don't have to worry. Let's just say this candle went all the way this high. Right? Let's just say it went all the way this high. If I set a TP for the magic 20 TP1 is always 20 pips. Like, I'm still not sure who made up that magic number, but TP1, any pair. Yes, correct. I don't know who made up the TP1 is 20 pips, but sometimes the universe gives you 20 pips, sometimes it gives you 500 pips. Who wants to catch all the pips you're supposed to have? That means you need to think about what time does the candle close then? What time does the candle close? That's when I need to close my trade. I need to make sure if I'm, hey, let's go to the 1 hour. Matter of fact, let's jazz it up for us US 30 heads, because people asking doing work on any pair. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. Right? Hey, what happens? Price up high. Price is up high. Bullish move. Let's get close. Because I love me some US 30. Ah, big move. Bullish, bullish, flat, setup. Do y'all see the setup?
Mhm.
Y'all see it? What we gonna do with support and resistance? Right? What we waiting for now, y'all? What we waiting for, y'all?
Big move.
What we waiting for, y'all?
Candle
close
close.
below.
Say it again.
Candle
Did we
close
trade
below.
this?
No.
Did we trade this one?
No,
All right, support is at 33724.
Support is around our master candle. If there's a bullish move, you're gonna have a flat, and then you should have a doji next to it. Then that would be your setup. Your support would be around the body of the flat bottom here. So this is your resistance. This is your support. Okay. We have to wait. When did price close below our master candle zone? This right here, right? You see, it's below it. Close below. This one just wicked. Doji, it gave us the setup. This one closed below. All right. This is what? Our entry. We're on the 1 hour. My team know how long to hold this candle. How long we holding this?
30 to 45 minutes.
I couldn't even really hear that.
40 minutes.
30 to 45. 30 to
It
45.
does still have 2 wicks. But again, it's all about the close. And we don't trade it. We're using it as the signal. We're using it as the signal. This is when you're gonna get excited. Hey, Ty said a big move just happened. I see the setup. Because what happened right here, another person might have seen this wick go up so big and they probably jumped in for a buy, right? That was the setup. Look at that big old wick. Where'd that wick go? That thing gone. It's a setup. So listen, if it went up high like that, we're not gonna press buy anymore thinking, oh, it's a buy. Because for one, we just had a really big move. What goes up must come down. So let's add one more thing to this. Let's add the RSI. Let's add a little more to it. So again, prices went up high here. Look at the RSI right now, right? It's high up. So if the RSI is also support and resistance, we are already hitting the area of resistance here. We're high up and we got a setup. So if I know what's up here has to come down, then I'm getting prepped for my sell. So at 11 o'clock, we actually got the signal. Let's get closer again. At 11 o'clock, we got our signal. It closed below. So that means at 12 noon, we're gonna press the button. Now, how many candles does it make up a 4-hour candle? So you have your choice. I like to ride the candle that came after the breakout. So I would have got about this amount of pips in what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay. I'll take the next ride because this candle is closed because there's no way in the world I'm up 50 some pips and I'm about to retrace all the way back to 26 because I'm waiting for it to close. So for depending on what time frame you're on, if I take this hour ride, because remember we're riding candles now, because what if price went all the way down here? If I set my target to TP20 as opposed to setting my alarm to go off 30 minutes, because if this is the 12 o'clock candle, I'm setting my phone alarm to go off in 35 minutes so I can come back and close this trade. Because I want to prep for when it's retraced and I'm gonna take this next candle. So I'm in another trade for 30 more minutes. Now I got another 66 pips. So I'm up like 110 pips in 2 hours. Does that make sense? Find your setup. Let's do it for a buy. Let's do it for a buy. Because US 30 gonna get you good money quick. Hey, we had this down move. We got wicks of death. But then we get a flat after a big move. We have a flat next to Doji. What do? So you don't even gotta go to another period. Just stay where you at. Stay where you at. Dojis, do we trade this?
No,
Do we trade this?
no.
But how many people you think press the sell button though? How many people think press the sell button on US 30 and they sick? They sick.
A lot of
But
folks are sick.
look at the RSI. How low are we? How low are we on this RSI? How low are we on this RSI? What do we call wicks? We call it exhaustion, right? Guess what? But you're gonna use Takanashi today, Gary. So we low, right? We low. Exhaustion. When we have wicks that are hitting this low area, I want y'all to understand something. We're on the 1 hour and these are wicks. There is so much knowledge in these wicks. I tell my team, we call it wick hunting. If you get the RSI low, you got these wicks low on the 1 hour, 4 hour, we're gonna run our butts all the way over to the 5 minute. Hey, we're gonna get these sniper entries tonight, y'all. Look at this US 30 entry. Hey, we low on our side. When price came this low right here. Look at the setup. Look at the consolidation. It pushed up. We could have got this sell right here. Hey, you know we like sniper. So let's look at this area. Let's get in close. And I will say this. I love this strategy on indices because you definitely want to have a nice entry. You would prefer less drawdown, for sure. So I'm trying to get close. Let me move the circle off. Somebody drop a 2 in the chat. They feel like they learned something tonight. Tell me we're going to stop getting in trades early. We're going to be patient. We're going to wait for that breakout candle. So we've seen this bearish drop, right? Bearish drop. Look at the low. The RSI is low. Then we get the doji next to a flat. Doji next to a flat. We got the setup. What are we waiting for? Close above. We're gonna enter. So let's enter. Maybe you was a little slow on the finger. Maybe you enter right there. Right? Maybe that was your entry. So let's go back to the 1 hour. Let's go find out where our entry is. Oh boy, we extra sexy tonight. Hey, it's entry. We lit. We litty. So if this close below and we here, we rock that 1 hour, 70 pips. Or maybe we roll 4 candles because 4 candles equal 4 hours. So, or maybe you took that whole thing. Either way, I'd rather have this kind of entry. And I'm gonna show y'all something for new traders. Maybe you're new and your eyes can't catch the setup yet. But guess what? This gonna keep you even simpler. Let's go back to where new traders should be. Using one pair. Ignore everybody else trading a million different pairs. You trade your pair. Hey, look at AUDSD on the 1 hour. Who knows by looking at this right now that we just missed the setup? Type of 3 if you can now see that we just missed the setup.
Yeah.
We're gonna stretch some brains tonight. Ah, look at the R side. Are we over? So are we after a big bearish move? We no longer sad about missing that move. We like, we lit because the setup coming now. I know that doji coming. I know somebody said the power of the doji. Somebody say the power of the doji. Hey, where that support and resistance gonna go? Where's it going? Where's it going? Where is it going? What are we waiting for? We should feel a little bit more comfortable if you're a new trader, because you know, if we mess this up, you ain't gonna lose 100 pips. But we clearly see that it closed above the setup. We press the button. We in the blue. We in the blue. What if I tell y'all, hey, you see wicks, we don't trade it because we don't trade wicks to death. What if I said this is the power of the 3 candle rule? I need to have at least 2 flats to enter a trade. If I cannot see the setup, like I see this bearish move, if I'm not able to see the setup yet, I still got to do some more practice. But I know you could count. I know you know how to count 3 flats. What if you missed this? You didn't recognize. Can somebody mute themselves? Please. Thank you. All right. We got the setup right here, right? What if you missed the breakout? Because this was the signal, right? And you missed it. It's okay. You just say to yourself, oh, that's my signal.
Excuse me, Ty, I can't hear that because we got some noise in the background.
I don't know who's doing this, so
There are 2 people unmuted.
You can mute them, Ty.
they don't want the source. Let me find out. They don't want the source. They distracted. They not paying attention. Matter of fact, maybe it's so easy that they already got it and they're already so hyped. They over there not paying attention. Maybe that's what it is. But then you know what's gonna happen, guys. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna be asking me in the chat, Ty, you got the recording? Ty, I needed that. Ty, it didn't work. Ty, the strategy didn't work. You wasn't paying attention. You ain't tapped in. So now I feel like maybe I should stop giving a source and go back to mindset.
No.
We gotta go back to mindset.
Oh, man.
Somebody mindset is off.
No.
No,
We
I
paying
literally
attention.
Let me
ended
find out.
on ice.
Let me find out I'm wasting time. My
The
time.
power
important.
of the doji. Let's get it.
Hey,
Don't punch
Hey,
us.
the
let's
rest of
go,
the team
man.
getting sick.
Turn
Like,
up.
hey, we ain't focused. We ain't tapped in. We not trying to get that sniper entry. Hey, right? You gonna go back to mindset. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said, I look young, but I'm 40. I feel like I gotta go get the belt out the back. Students ain't paying attention,
Let's go.
right? Don't make me pull out the 40-year-old card. I'm trying to stay in like the 25, 30-year-old lane right now. Right, we robbing banks over here. So, hey, now I ain't lying, I'm 40. It's okay, black don't crack. So that's why I got boot camp coming up tomorrow, because health is wealth. Let's get it. No
Woo!
excuses. All right, now back to the source. Wicks of death, we don't trade. We watch it and we wait and we count. Somebody say, if I got 2 flats, I'm entering on the 3rd candle. Type 3rd candle, 3rd candle, 3rd candle, 3rd candle, 3rd candle. If you are new and you can't figure out the setup just yet, that's okay. You can count. I got wicks. Count. 1 flat, 2 flat. It closes 2 flats. I'm pressing the button on number 3. I don't care if the number 3 is a doji, a flat, what it is. The point is, it said 1, 2, go. If you press go, you lit or nah? You lit or nah? We can count. 1, 2, press the button. All right, let's start the game over. Doji, we can't trade. We got to count again. 1 flat, 2 flat. Press the button. Are we lit or nah? All right, let's start over. Another doji. Let's count again. 1 flat, 2 flat. Press the button. Come on, too easy. We in that thing. All right, let's take it up. Let's take it to Jer. Let's take it to the Jer. They said that you can't do a strategy on any pair. I gotta kind of argue with Javid on that one, because my strategy work with any pair. I don't care what time frame, where you at with it. We lit. Hey, wicks of death. Wicks of death. We have our side. We have. Do we have the setup? If you're getting on a 5-minute, you still holding for an hour ride. Remember, higher up, setup, low time frame is just the entry. We got wicks of death. After wicks of death, yes, somebody typed it in the chat. After wicks of death, we had staircase of heaven to the money. Just walk yourself down the steps to the money. If you take the step while it's wicks, you are stepping on sticks. It's going up your foot. If the stick is super long, it's going up your butt. We don't trade wicks of death. We wait for the staircase of heaven to step down in peace to the money. If I take a 4-hour ride, okay, the candle's gonna close after 4 hours. I'm only holding this trade for 3.5 hours because I want the whole candle. I want even the wick. Give me all my money. And I'm not staying there for you to come all the way back to open this one either. Nope, I want this one, and I'm greedy, and I'm coming back for this whole one too. And since I counted 1, 2, I'm taking number 3 too, and y'all can have the rest, because I'm not greedy. But give me my staircase to heaven. Boom, I turned around. I didn't even go anywhere. I stayed right here, and I said, hey, oh, you closing above this setup? That's the first flat. I'm pressing this one. I took that ride. That was over. I waited for it to retrace. I got in again. That's my 3rd ride. We over. That's it. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know what you about to do, but I'm gonna wait till I get a new setup.
There it is. But it's not. Yep.
All right. For my, Asian people, the Asian session, the London session rather, is it getting clear already? Look at the R side. Come on. We oversold. I mean, we overbought, right? We overbought right here. We overbought. It's getting clearer and clearer by the second. We overbought. Where's price at? Where's price at? Did we get a setup though? And mind you, when you start getting super nice, like super nice, you're not going to even need that master candle. You're going to be so nice. You're going to be like, I love consolidation now. Look at all those little They talking to me. Ah, we closed the below. I'm in there early. That 5 a.m. London session, we lit. You could go to bed, put your trade in, set it for what time? 8:30, 8:15. You waking up to 70 pips. You ain't put that little bummy TP1, T20 pips. You missed the other 40 pips messing around with that TP1. But now we know what time the candle close. Now we get to catch the whole ride. For my swing traders, what about the weekly setups? You know, we got people out there with some big money. Maybe they could take the big setups. What about the monthly? What if you caught this setup up here? Because you understood what was going on in that monthly time frame for my swing traders. Who want to learn how to ride just one monthly candle? Who want to pay themselves per month? Drop like a $10 lot because they saw the setup. Right here, right? Look at that close below. Ooh. Ooh. What time we gonna close this trade? Are we gonna hold it the whole month? Are we gonna hold we gonna ride the candle the whole month? Or we gonna know we hold it the whole month, it's gonna come here and close. Because the close is when the month is over. But we're gonna hold it for how long? So for us crypto holders, we know when to get in and get out of trades now. We know when to get out those investments. So what if we count? That was the first flat. We got a flat number 2. So like, oh, you know what? I missed the breakout. So let me see. Let me make sure it's 2 that fully closed. I could take number 3. So maybe you couldn't trade this month. But guess what? You know what you was doing that 3rd month because you had the 3rd candle. Who wouldn't want to pay themselves monthly? You could trade, you hold a $10 lot for this per month. You ain't gotta trade every month. You could trade every other month until you find another setup. Or, you know, bring it down a notch. Maybe you want to be a full day trader, ride one daily candle. You just gonna have to wait for the right timing. So right now, GJ, does GJ got a setup right now in the month? What we got? We had a big up move, flat bottom in a doji. Now what we waiting for, y'all? Tell me what we waiting for.
The close.
Hey,
Breaking retest.
we don't care which way it close, right? Just need to close some way, right? Because we don't care. We're not gonna get married to no buy or sell. We married to following the banks. This is the only time you want to be a follower. Follow the banks. Follow the banks. Soon you ain't gonna even need support and resistance. You're gonna see the dang setup. Oh, up, flat, doji. I just wait for somebody to close below. So this day, I finally closed below, so I know what I'm doing on the 8th. I'm looking for sells all day on the 8th. Because mind you, this is a daily candle. I'm sure I probably could get like a good 6, 7 sells. But me, I like the 4 hour and the 1 hour because that structure is nice. You know, I see this is my high. It's the low, right? It got its little zones. So it closed below. It's here. I'm waiting for a setup. Wow. Hey, it's oversold. I know it got to come back up. So I just got to wait for my setup to happen. So I get close. I'm waiting for it. When does it happen? I got 2 choices. I wait for a flat in the doji. It was right here. So I had to put my support and resistance like this. It closed above. I'm taking this trade, or I got to count. Flat, only 1 flat doji. I got to start the count over. 1 flat, 2 flat. Now I can enter. So this would be my entry. This candle. So where's that on the daily time frame? Where would my entry be? It was a good entry, pretty low. Took it all the way up. Maybe you wrote 1 daily candle. Maybe you seen that you wrote the 1 daily candle, but this is how you could finesse it. You held the one daily candle from, this was your entry. You held it, but look, it actually closed above a bigger time frame setup, right? So you could have just stayed in and let that thing rose because it closed above a whole nother zone. All right. It's 9:03. We're gonna stop there. How y'all feel? Y'all feel like y'all learned something today?
For sure. 110 pips, so I'll be done for the week.
Confident, you feel better. Yes, that's good. I'm glad. I know you have a lot of new people, older people, veterans, doesn't matter. The point is we all can keep learning. So that's the goal, is to step it up a notch and learn how to be patient. All right, y'all. So I asked a lot of people to tag, share. A lot of people was asking like, Ty, when you having your training? And I asked people to just share it. What happened with the team? Y'all ain't really do that though. But y'all showed up for the source. And we a family, y'all gotta show love like I'm gonna show love and show up every day. So all I ask is y'all to, hey, tag me, shout me out. Trying to be an educator so we can get this source to as many people as possible. Because think about it now. How many people be like, dang, I really wish I could show somebody how to do it. Do you feel like now you can show somebody else how to find the setup? Ain't you gonna feel a little more confident? Like, nah, I actually could tell you, I could show you how to, where to open the closes. Like, you know what? Todd taught me, hey, hashtag, Todd taught me how to do it. Taught me how to be
Yes,
patient.
hashtag Todd taught me. If y'all learn something, hashtag Todd taught me.
Right, I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. Because trust me, it's a lot of trading information in here, but y'all don't really need all that. We want to get to the bag so we can have more fun. We could take more trips, spend more time with family. And then think about it. Now, when the Shift app calls a trade and it's talking about a buy and you see a breakout for a sell, what you gonna do? You're gonna be like, no, it's Shift. Normally you be on point, but not with that one. I'm gonna pass because they ain't even working today. Right? We have to learn the skill so we can be better about taking signals because it's just an idea. We're all human. So use proper risk. Take a quick second. I'm gonna give you another gem. It's the same pairs. I mean, if you have a favorite person you follow on the Shift app, they are literally using the same pairs every day. Why don't y'all just chart up all the pairs and be ready? Just be ready ahead of time. So when the Shift app calls a trade, you already got to chart it up. You could just go look, be like, wait, hold up. Is that a doji? Is that a breakout? Is that a wick of death? Nah, I'm not messing with that. Right? So that's all I got, guys. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Guys.
Don't forget mindset call.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ty.
Yes, my team is don't get off this call, y'all. And you know, if anybody want to get on our mindset, y'all can stay too, because we have a mindset up next. So my team, we stay on.
Thank
Just
you.
for a few minutes. You're welcome.
Thank you, Ty. Have a great night.
You're welcome.
You want to use this Zoom, Ty?
Huh?
You want to use this Zoom up for the mindset call?
No, we on my Zoom, so it's okay. I'll just make you host.
No, that way we can share it on my link too, so we can get my people on here.
You want me to give you the link? You could just share it to them.
Yes, I can share it to them because theirs wasn't hop on.
I got you. I'll share it.
Okay.
Get some vibes going. Let's play some tunes, Ty.
Okay, yes, somebody asked if it has too many wicks of deaths or dojis, don't take it, right? Because you stepping into, you want to step on your foot. Remember, we only trade staircases to heaven. That's it. Going up or down. I think Michael asked that question. You wanted me to play the music though?
get a few minutes where they can hop on.
Just want to be sure. Yeah, we don't just think of it like that. Like we don't trade the wicks of death. What I would say is on the 4 hour and 1 hour, when you're looking for it and you notice that you're reaching exhaustion, then that's when you want to go to a lower time frame because the candles for the reverse is starting to form to go back in the other direction. I hope that makes sense. That might be a little advanced. Okay, you're welcome.
This is the checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond. This is I'm rich, 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 I'm rich. Money comes easily and frequently. 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 Money coming to me now. 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 Money comes easily and frequently. 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 Money coming to me now. 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 Money dance, 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 money dance.
I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.
I'm rich, 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 rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Money comes easily and frequently. 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 Money coming to me now. Money coming to me now. Money coming to me now. Money comes easily and frequently. 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 Money coming to me now. 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 Money dance, money dance, money dance to me now. Dance, money dance, money dance, money dance to me now. Dance, money dance, money dance, money dance to me now. Dance, money dance, money dance, money dance to me now. Dance.
I'm Nick Nimmons, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to you.
Receive it, achieve it.
You ready to get this going, Ty?
All things are possible.
All things are possible. All things are possible. Look at all the possibilities.
Can you hear me, Ty?
The only possible.
All right, Chris, you leading the way?
Cool deal. All right. Well, first and foremost, I want to appreciate you, Ty. I want to appreciate everything you do for us. You know, all the time and effort you pour into us. And that really means a lot. So, but yeah. So again, Ty, thank you. So guys, my name is Chris Alvarez. I'm Josh's brother. From North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, born and raised here. Just wanted to do a little mindset call to get the week started, right? I know we get on, I don't know how many people on here get on Nano's call, but he bases everything off of pretty much off of Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is a guy I've been following for years and years. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys something. In this notebook here, I started this back in, let's see, 2012, I started doing my I'm so happy, I'm grateful for, and all those things, right? So one of the biggest things I wanted to talk to everybody about is consistency, right? Consistency plays a big part in our success, right? And it doesn't matter, you know, what background we come from, what nationality, you know, it doesn't matter what religion. Bottom line, everything comes down to is consistency. You know, I feel like, you know, consistency is a thing that God looks for in everybody. You know, I feel like God only blesses those who are consistently in what they're doing. Right. And the only reason I'm doing this, guys, is also maybe to get through somebody, breaks through. Somebody might be in a position where they're kind of stuck, right? And this goes for me too, because there's areas in my life too that I'm kind of stuck in. So I figured this would be a good way for me to start pouring out. And if I can help somebody out, I know, you know, things are going to come back to me. So, you know, so let's talk about that. Consistency. I mean, there's no way around it, right, guys? And one of the things I've learned and I've picked up from Bob Proctor is the whole law of attraction, law of polarity. It's been a big life changing for me when I've came across Bob Proctor, right? It's taken me a lot to see the progress and the things that start showing up in my life just due to the fact of the consistency. You know, there has to be consistency. It can't be just consistent for a day or two, or a week. You know, it's got to be every day, day in, day out, you know, till you reach your goal. And if we don't stick to our consistency, you know, we'll never reach our goal. We'll never change whatever it is that we're trying to do in life, period. Bottom line. So, you know, I want to go a little bit deeper with you guys. If you guys really tap into Nano, he talks about it. And, you know, the only reason, guys, that we tend to stay stuck, guys, is because we've been programmed to think a certain way since we were born. You know, I might touch a couple toes. I don't know. Myself, I'm a Christian, right? You know, but I also believe in more things. It's a little bit deeper than that, right? You know, I feel like, you know, I don't want to like sound, all right, screw it. So, you know, by praying and not seeing results, that's just due to us not being consistent day in and day out in life, right? So what do you guys think that you think holds us back from being consistent? Can anybody drop that in the chat? What do you guys think that holds us? What holds us? Somebody said environment, self-doubt, distractions, old habits, right? Exactly. So guys, I mean, there's a lot, exactly, lack of faith, exactly. So what Bob Proctor tried to teach us is we got to dig deep in ourselves, right? So there's two sides of us. There's a subconscious mind and there's a conscious mind, right? Subconscious mind has been something that we've been programmed since we were born. You know, from the time we were born, we watched our parents do things. You know, we watched TV, we've hung out with friends, you know, all those things, man, we've been programmed, right? And in order for us to break those old habits and that old programming, guys, is we have to do a paradigm shift, right? So we definitely have to dig within ourselves, figure out who we really are, right? Because I'm Chris Alvarez, I'm 41, right? But that's just the name I was given when I was born by my parents, you know, and my body is 40 years old. That's lived on the earth. Right. So, but who am I really, guys? You know, who are we really? Right. Deep inside, who are we really? That's a question we got to ask ourselves. You know, in order to really take it to the next level, guys, we got to ask ourselves, who are we? What is our purpose? Why did God put us here on earth? Right. And God put us on earth simply is to help other people reach different things, guys. It doesn't matter. Regardless, we're here to help one another. We help one another grow. We're here to help each other reach dreams, but we tend to kind of lose our beliefs, lose all those things, guys, because of our environment, right? The lack of belief. You know, y'all guys just listed a lot of things here that really holds us back, right? So with what I want to teach you guys and for myself, and because while I teach you guys, it helps me implement these things in life as well too, right? Because again, repetition, right? Bob Proctor talks about repetition also, the law of repetition, as a matter of fact. So I suggest if anybody hadn't really tapped into Bob Proctor or Nano's call, guys, y'all are missing something big time, because what they got to say can be really life-changing for us, guys. Like back in the day, like before I was listening to Bob Proctor, man, I was in a state where I was in a very low, I vibrated in a low state just because where my mind was at, you know, and the beliefs that I was having back then. You know, there was times, man, that, you know, man, do I need to be here? You know, I asked those just weird, those dark questions, you know, dang, man, you know, nobody cares about me or whatever, just those retarded questions that you know, you tend to ask yourself when you start losing belief and, you know, no direction, no anything, you know, no kind of influences in life. So, you know, you got to start tapping into who you want to become. And when I started tapping into these people who I wanted to become, and actually what started changing my life around was The Secret. I don't know if anybody's watched The Secret. It was a popular movie, but that was one of my turning points, guys, because at that point I was in a dark spot, you know, because I have no direction. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know what I wanted to do with life, and you know why did God put me on earth for, you know? And once I started asking those questions, man, it started tickling my mind. It just started like, okay, you know, what is it? And the only reason I started asking those questions because, again, when I started tapping into Bob Proctor was that, well, he was, you know, I was in one of his things on YouTube, and it was like, you know, if you guys want to change, you know, write some things down, you know, write a list of things that you think you wanted to do in life, and the one that actually triggers you and it almost makes you cry, you know, that's what your purpose is, right? So guys, you know, I started writing all these things down, and man, I got to like 50 things. And there was one particular one that got me, and that was when I wanted to impact people's life. And, you know, and this is, you know, and all this time I've been having self-doubt, you know, I've been kind of pushing videos and kind of just because I'm a little dyslexic. So I like to say things a little bit backwards sometimes, or I'll say things in my mind, but really how I convey it comes out a whole lot different. So again, the repetition, guys, that's how, you know, I'm gonna get better, right? But at the same time, as I'm getting better, guys, I want everybody to start elevating to the next level, because this is 2021, right? We're here to win. And with an awesome, phenomenal teacher that we have on the charts, man, I mean, we have it. All we have to do is start implementing. I don't know where everybody's at. You know, guys, if you think, you know, if you guys think that y'all guys are just kind of just feeling like y'all not doing that well in the charts, man, it's not Ty, guys. It's us. It's the belief that we have in ourselves, right? And it's consistency. Consistency is the key to everything, right? And I'm going to keep on, you know, and when we start having more mindset calls, and, you know, this is my plan. You know, I want to continue to have these mindset calls on Sundays, just because that way we can get our mind right for the week and just set the tone right. Because it's hard, because due to the fact of our environment can bring us down, guys. It can be excruciating sometimes. It feels like you can't see light, and man, that's a horrible feeling. And you know, once I got out of that, guys, you know, my life ain't perfect. It ain't, you know, I ain't the perfect person, but I've learned how to get myself in a higher how to vibrate higher versus how I used to think, right? So even though, you know, I'll have my bad days or whatever, I still have to vibrate at a higher state, no matter what, guys. I have control of that. So if I'm walking around all day long complaining, that's me, right? It's nobody's fault. And the only way I can change is me, my mind, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing. You know, in order to get in that higher state, guys, you gotta fill yourself up with get on YouTube, motivational, whatever it is that can tickle your brain and make you put you back in that higher vibration. That's what you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do. Meditation also. Meditation is the best thing also. Guys, if your mind is feeling crazy, meditate. Don't even have to think about anything. Just close your eyes and just let your mind loose. And you'll have thoughts that'll pop up, crazy thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts just pop up and those aren't even your thoughts. So you got to ask yourself, are these thoughts my thoughts, or these thoughts are just coming from somewhere else? And you'll know, because you're going to say, well, that was a stupid idea or whatever. Or why, how in the hell did that come in my mind? No, man, yeah, that wasn't me, you know? So you'll know, because your body tells you. Your body's an instrument, and it tells you good. You'll sense the good vibes, the bad vibes. You'll sense all these things. You just gotta trust your intuition. All right, guys. So again, you're all right. So let's go back to the subconscious and conscious mind. This is my favorite part, guys, because this is where it all changed for me. When I've learned that the subconscious mind was programmed by my old, you know, by my environment from back in, you know, as I was growing up and everything. And the moment I knew how to change it, that was life changing, because your conscious mind is controlled by your senses. What you hear, see, smell, touch, and I think there's one more. But anyways, so when you start to going into situations and you feel, oh, yeah, that's not, you'll back away, right? And you'll fall back to your old habits. Or if you're trying to change your diet, you're gonna feel different, and you're just not gonna feel right again, and then you fall back, right? And that's just because all your programs, you know, you're so super programmed to how you think. When you start to try to change, you can't do it because you're still controlled by your emotions, your senses. You're still controlled by all that, right? And again, your brain, all it does is just, it tries to just keep you to survive. That's it. So you have to train your brain to quit thinking, let's survive and let's thrive, right? Because we don't want to just strive. We want to thrive. We want to we want to have a happy life. We want to have a happy relationships, friendships. Yeah, we want to have all those good things. But in order to do those things, guys, we got to let those emotions go. And our emotions, really, it's really all controlled by our pride, our ego. And again, so your ego is also controlled by one side of your brain. There's two sides of your brain. You got your right side and your left side. Left side, I think, is your creative side, and your right side is your ego side. So I mean, this is some deep stuff, guys, and this is stuff that I've held for so long. I've kept it to myself. I'll try to talk to my brother about it, you know, and it's just, you know, I felt like it wasn't ready yet, but it's time, guys. It's time to start helping each other out, helping all of us elevate with each other, and let's all connect. You know, if there's one thing that I've learned, guys, is it's connect. You know, that's the only way we're really gonna grow, is by connecting with people that are wanting the same thing out of life, right? And so Bob Proctor is just a phenomenal dude, man. I mean, I can't say a lot. I mean, he's an awesome dude, man. If y'all guys really want to take it to the next level, learn some stuff off of Bob Proctor. And then when you listen to Bob Proctor, he's going to throw out names too, other people to listen to. And man, and you're going to hear about Napoleon Hill. You're going to talk about Think and Grow Rich. Guys, those books are life-changing. You just have to take it serious. If you're not going to take it serious, again, it all falls back to consistency. Bottom line. Doesn't matter how we look at it. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in Buddha, whatever. Bottom line, when it comes down to it, it's consistency. And through consistency is how we're going to get blessed, no matter what. Right. So then, you know, and there's good ways and there's, you know, but I choose to do the good things, and, you know, and I want more of that. And the only way we can get more of that, guys, is through consistency. And that's only going to come through us. It's not going to come through mama pushing us or it's us. So if there's anything, guys, that y'all get out of this is just remember, guys, that we're controlled by our environment. We have to fight those. We have to fight those things that are holding us back. And all it is just our minds that are holding us back, guys. It's just plain. It's just plain and simple. But at the same time, it's hard. Because of the changes that we have to make. And sometimes we even have to let go of relationships that we're in order to proceed. Because those relationships that we're in right now are probably holding us back. I just got out of a relationship back in June of last year. And it's probably been one of the best things. I came across Forex, and my life and my brothers ain't been the same since. It's been probably the best thing that's ever happened to us by far. Because for the simple fact of the people and the belief that's in it. And that's what I love about it, because this is what I've always been looking for. It's just the right people, because we all think alike. But we go out here to the real world, we're black sheeps. Everybody looking at us like, man, what are y'all talking about? Y'all crazy. I mean, it's insane. I mean, when you start speaking truth, people are just so scared of the truth. They're scared of change. But they're back here talking about, man, I want to change. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to make more money. But they rather go clock in. And I'm not against work, because I work for a living right now. I'm a welder, right? Self-taught. I'm a person that's never went through school. I mean, through college. I went for a little bit. I got 1 or 2 years in, but that's it. College wasn't for me at all. School wasn't for me. Most of the things that I've learned, guys, has been all self-taught. And why? Because I believed in myself. And most of the things I learned is because I just believed in myself doing it. I've gone in interviews and I'm like, how did I get this job? I felt like I was never qualified. But I think what got me through was because of, the confidence I had in the consistency of wanting to get that job. So guys, what is it, guys, that your guys are going to do this week differently? Are y'all going to be consistent this week? Y'all going to be half? Or y'all going to just, where y'all want to be in life, guys? That's the question I got to ask ourselves. How important is this? How important is it to change people's lives that are around us that are waiting for that change? The only way we're going to do that, guys, is going to be through consistency, no matter what. Biggest key. So, guys, I don't want to keep everybody up too long, because I can keep on going and going and going. And hey, guys, I got to work too. I got to get up at 4. Do you guys want me to keep on? If y'all do, drop some flames. If not, let's call it a night. I can keep on, guys. What you say? What you think, Ty? Should we keep on throwing more saws? Or should you just hold back and save some more for later? I mean,
yeah, we could save some for later. I think we gave them enough. We gave them some sauce for the charts. We gave them some sauce for their mindset. And just remember, what he was talking about was key, because that's 90% of it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all could find that setup all day. And it's a good example, like the Shift app I always use, because let's just say we have 10 trades. The people who have poor mindset and low energy, low vibrational, really negative, they're always going to pick the bad trades. For some reason, if you find yourself always picking the one trade that's going bad every time, there's something wrong with what's inside of you. You are attracting the bad trades. You are attracting the bad setups. So that's why we say, I could have a bad day. Maybe I give out a bad trade. But what do I always preach? Proper risk. I'm not psychic. My trades I don't really lose a lot of trades. I'm not going to say that because I'm so patient. I ain't going to even lie. But every trade do not hit. And most of the time, my trades usually don't go into the red, or at least I don't close out in red, is because I usually use proper risk. And my zones are pretty clean. you know, but for a long time, I didn't take a day off. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I didn't figure out the strategy because it was just, oh, it fell on my lap. I've been in the trenches for 2.5 years. So when he talk about consistency, that is, I mean, I was at a whole nother organization. I should have been an educator over there, you know, but what if I gave up? What if I stopped being consistent? I could have not gave what I gave today to 100 people. And I ain't have no help. There was nobody to help me learn this. All I had to was to go to the classes, like literally. Like I had to go to classes. I was like harassing YouTubers. I was reading books. Like I was so determined to learn. And the best part was I'm coachable. I'm gonna be honest with you. My work ethic is not normal, but I also want to buy back Africa. So my work ethic it has to be abnormal. It has to be extra extraordinary, you know? So where the average person makes mistakes by making a mistake and using it as a mistake, I use it to, hey, I gotta go harder. Like, oh, the person that signed me up, they're not answering my questions. Well, who do he know? Maybe I could ask them for some help. And to be honest, I harassed the chat so much to where somebody that don't even be in the chat had the source and contacted me on the side. I was like, yo, you so consistent. I want to just help you. I'm gonna give you some source. And he actually gave me a book about mindset, how to stop putting stop losses and take profits, because I'm putting limits on both ends. I put a limit to the profit I could make. I led with fear because I put a stop loss. If I was using proper risk and using a sound strategy and really analyzing and making sure everything aligned for me to take that setup, why did I have a stop loss? But that's gonna take a little bit of deeper thinking. Y'all gonna have to listen to a lot more about Proctor before y'all could be out here with no stop loss. I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all ain't ready for that yet. So many of y'all got $100 accounts and still putting 0.05s. Like your risk is off. So that's all I got. I'm not gonna keep y'all. Chris, I appreciate you. That was awesome. We really needed that because it's all about the mindset. You know, that's why millionaires get the money and they broke.
Yep.
Your money is gonna meet you where your mind is. So you might get lucky in the chart. You might hit $1,000. And if your mindset is weak, you probably spent it already. You probably didn't even go and reinvest it and get you some cryptos. Or maybe keep it in your account so you can up your lot size. You know, so my advice is stop spending. Turn off all them subscriptions. Turn that off. I'm sorry, but YouTube ain't paying you, Netflix ain't paying you. None of that stuff is gonna pay you. I don't know the last time I really watched TV because I better watch a chart. Or I better go help somebody else write a chart. They're not paying you. Wear your sneakers a little bit longer. We can't really go nowhere anyway. We supposed to be in the house. It's Corona out there. You're supposed to be relaxed anyway. You shouldn't be in the club. You know, it took me like 2 years before I went to the club. And I went to the club, y'all, and I'm still being on Facebook. That's hurting my business. So I can't go live right now about for 4 more days because Ty was turned up. Right? I was too turned up. I, you know, had a lot of pips I had made. Matter of fact, I was taking a trade while I was in the club. And now I can't even go live for my business right now. So I gotta turn it up on Instagram a little bit more. But the point is we gotta always be on point. We gotta stay consistent, be coachable, stay tapped in, look for the setup, ride the candle, and that's it. That's all I got. Hope you have a good night.
Let me share one more thing. I got one more thing.
Yeah.
I want to share my favorite verse before we go. And it's going to be Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of the mind, that which is good and acceptable by God. All right, guys.
Wait,
Peace and love. I love y'all.
One more time, a little slower.
Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of the mind, that which is good and acceptable by God. So guys, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I love you guys. Peace and love. Have a good week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.